I'm Helen Davis, an employee of the DeWitt District Library, and this week I'm reading two books that relate to each other. One of them is Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. It's an ecological classic that was 50 years old last year, so it's received a certain amount of attention. And the other was On a Further Shore by William Souder, which was a biography of Rachel. It was very interesting to read the two of them at the same time because you got a good understanding of the climate of the time and who Rachel was and how she came to write such a monumental book that influenced probably our lives even today. Rachel was a marine biologist with the Fisheries and Wildlife Division in Washington, D.C. And her job was primarily that of a writer. She did a lot of press releases, bulletins, even summations of things that the division did. So she was very plugged into exactly what was happening in the world of wildlife protection. She was also very aware of all the chemicals that were being used by farmers and what kind of damage some of these chemicals were causing before they were really as fully tested as we do now. Her impulse to write Silent Spring was when she got a letter from a woman who said agricultural area close to her home had been sprayed and all the birds were gone. Ms. Carson was able to cite so many different studies that were done, spraying that happened to terrible effects. In some ways the book is sort of a dry tabulation of events, but when you put it all together, put it in context, what we were doing to our soil, it's a very dynamic book. And Michigan even plays quite prominently because Michigan is an agricultural college, was involved in quite a bit of the testing, and they were doing some fruit tree spraying even on the campus that had not so good effects. So it's good to revisit an old classic.